What's up guys, Jerome here from the Bonsai Supply, and today I'm going to show you how to turn a big box store tree from surviving to thriving. Mari and I went to a big box store where we found this little tree, and for those of you who have bought a tree such like this from a big box store and have failed with it, we are going to show you now how to prepare your tree for success. Alright, so first let's see what's wrong with this tree. So I can see that it has very large leaves, which is an indicator that the tree was grown indoors with very minimal light and there was no grow light present. And you can also tell because the color of the leaves is very dark green. I can also see that there's a lot of insect damage all over the tree, which means that nobody has been spraying this tree for insects. Now the next thing that I see that's not really good with it is that there's some type of a Spanish moss on top, and right below it there's just black potting soil. And as you can see, it is soaking wet, and there's actually even insects crawling out of the black soil. So black soil is known for attracting insects, as we can see here, and it is storing water for too much of a period of time. Also, black soil compacts the soil too much, which essentially ends up suffocating the tree. Now the positives that we can look at here when we look at this tree is, number one, it is in a decent sized container and it has a drainage hole at the bottom, which is really important. Also, the species of bonsai tree that we have is a really cool bonsai species. So this is actually a ginseng bonsai, and if you take a closer look at the roots, it has some really interesting root structures all the way around. Alright, so what I'm going to do to this tree today, first of all, I'm going to remove all the leaves, and then I'm going to trim the tree back into shape. After that, I'm going to lift this tree out of its current pot and soil. I'm going to strip most of the soil away from it, the potting soil, and repot it back into this container by using good bonsai soil, which has been specifically made for container grown plants. Right, so I removed all of the leaves, which is called a defoliation, because the leaves were too big and the tree was very weak and was barely hanging on. So by removing the leaves, once they come back much smaller, and the foliating actually redistributes the energy throughout the tree, and your tree is going to come back much stronger and much healthier. I also removed the tree from the old soil, and I just left about 20 to 30% of the old potting soil, just so that we don't shock the tree, filled it in with new bonsai soil, and then in a year, when I repot it again, I can remove the remainder of the old soil. And you do want to make sure that you use a good bonsai soil, such as the one that I use, which is free draining, it helps with aeration, and actually the success for bonsai is about 90% in just the soil alone. Now I watered the tree, and now I'm going to keep this tree outdoors in the shade for about 2 weeks, water it every day, and once I see new growth starting to emerge from the branches, that's when the tree shows me that it's time that I can move the tree out into full sun and continue to water it every day. Alright, so it's been a few weeks, and as you can see, the tree has come back really healthy and really strong. And now that I see that the new growth has hardened off, so has turned from green to hardwood, I now know that it is time to fertilize. So I'm going to go ahead and fertilize. And so once I fertilize, I'm going to water the tree really well, and this tree will now continue its journey into developing it into a great bonsai tree. So I would call this operation, saving a bonsai tree, as success. So I hope you guys are well, and I'll catch you guys next time.